Hello again, it's Trudy from Hotpatterns here, and this time I'm going to be going through with you a few details about one of our older patterns. It's been on our site for about 2 years now, and it's one of those patterns that if you read our newsletters you'll hear me saying time and time again, this pattern is so versatile, it's really great, you've really got to try this. And so we thought it would be useful to share with you some details on why it's so versatile and why you should be trying it and what you can do with it. So this is the Weekender Cabana t-shirt, and in this first part of these clips I'm just going to be going through with you all the details about the basic pattern, the inspiration behind it, and how you make it straight out of the envelope. The second clip is going to be showing you much more about how to get some of those high-end designery details that are always really useful to do with a basic piece like this. So this is the pattern in question, Weekender Cabana t-shirt. This is made up exactly as it's illustrated on the envelope front, in a striped tee. As you can see, I'm kind of quite keen on a striped tee. I think they look really good. And one of the reasons that we did this like this is because the original designer inspiration was done in a striped knit like this. And the original was done by a designer called Sonia Reichiel. Now, she's a very groovy French designer, does a lot of knits, and most of her work is very kind of fresh and young. I mean, she's been going since the 70s, she really came to prominence then, but she keeps going, doing these really fresh, very modern looks, and this is one of them. The only difference between this one and hers is that we don't have the button she put on here, and also ours doesn't cost what hers cost. Hers cost a grand total of 365 of your fine American dollars, if you can quite believe it, for a cotton t-shirt, which is ridiculous when you know that you and I can just get the pattern, get the fabric and make one of these so easily. So I'm going to show you the details about it and tell you why it works so well and why it works so well in a stripe. The first thing to point out about a striped knit is that people will always say to you, horizontal stripes will make you look fat. This is not true. It's absolutely not true. If you're not careful with horizontal stripes, they can make you look a bit blocky and shapeless. So the key with them is two things. One is to keep the stripe under about 1.5 inches wide. This is a classic inch wide stripe. And the other one is to make sure you have a good fit. And this has got an excellent fit because it's got our usual, very gentle side seam shaping. So you're not going to look all kind of chunky in this, you're going to look very sleek and elegant. The other thing to point out to you is that's really obvious when you look at this straight away is it's got this fantastic bias cut neckband, which is the kind of visual thing that when you see it, that's immediately what grabs you because it's such an unusual look. And that's carried through as well with the bias cut pocket, you can see it there, which kind of adds to the whole effect. And the other thing that this has that's kind of unusual with a striped t-shirt but works so well on this, it's got a centre front and a centre back seam, and that's one of the things that really helps you to make you look slinky and gorgeous, because instead of your eye going across and across, your eye goes across, hits the seam up and down and across again, so it kind of fools your eye into thinking you're basically taller and thinner than you are, so yay for that. So that's the basic one straight out of the envelope. In the pattern we give you different variations of this. You can have a short sleeve, a 3/4 length sleeve, you can have it with the pocket or without, and you can have it with the sides, the centre front seam, or without the centre front seam. It's really up to you. And the nice thing about that is it gives you lots of different variations for it. But even straight out of the envelope like this, it's a great basic t-shirt. You can wear it pretty much all year round. You can wear it with jeans, you can wear it with a jacket and pants, really whatever you want to do. But the important thing with it is that it suits everybody and every age as well. It's one of those timeless pieces that's going to suit everyone. So this is the basic one straight out of the envelope. I'm going to show you now how it looks when we do it in a completely different kind of fabric. So this is the second variation of our Weekender Cabana tee. Again, straight out of the envelope, nothing done to it at all, except for I've quite obviously used a completely different print. And you can see that by using a floral in this case, we've got a completely different look. Now what makes this so nice is that we've used the same print in 3 different colourways. We've used pink background, white background, blue background, and it makes it look incredibly fresh. It's a really pretty look. And I use this print because this is my absolute favourite knit print in the whole wide world. It's a print by a company called Mad Sky, and they're a children's wear designer, and this is called Ginger Flower. And I love it, and I love it so much because it's the very first outfit I put baby Sienna into when she was born. So, baby Sienna, and she looks so beautiful, and so every time I find it I buy it and use it. So this looks really nice because it's the same print used over and over again in different colourways. And if you're looking to do this, a really good idea is to try and find some children's wear knit people who will do different prints in the same range. So you'll often get perhaps a spot and a stripe and a plaid and a floral in the same colourway, so you can do this kind of thing and you can mix and match your prints. It's a really nice fresh way to do it, and of course this looks very summery and springy and very fresh. And don't forget, summer is just around the corner, so there's no point in sort of worrying about going winter colours now. But you can of course do this with a darker ground and it will look much more evening-y or much more fall and winter. And of course you can use the 3/4 length sleeve, which will really help with that. So this is the second variation of it, straight out of the envelope. We've done nothing else to it but cut it and make it up. But for the second clip you're going to look at, that's got much more intricate variations, and I think you're going to find it really, really useful.